So let's talk about your real childhood. Like, where exactly were you born and raised, and what was it like?
I was born and raised in Cabrini-Green, man.
Right.
That's the near north side of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? My mother stayed in the projects. My grandmother, she stayed on Mohawk and Black Hawk. My grandmother, she owned properties all through the community, you know what I'm saying? That's my neighborhood. But right now after the projects got tore down, my grandmother moved on Cleveland. It's a little distance from the project buildings that got tore down. They tore one of our buildings was the first buildings that got tore down when they was tearing the projects down or whatever. So my grandma moved on Cleveland. That's my mother. She raised me, you know what I'm saying? She moved on Cleveland, so they called Cleveland. That's like the 1300 block. I know you're familiar with Polo G. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I hung with his father, like Polo G. We from the same community, you know what I'm saying? But I was over there till I was probably like 9, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was already bad as hell through that motherfucker. Like my name, that's why my name was Bebe at first. That's where I got Bebe from when I was a shorty up there, you know what I'm saying? But as I was up north living with my grandmother, my mother always stayed out south on the low end, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In my community where I reside at night. So at the same time, it's like I had family on both sides of Chicago anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I moved from my grandmama, you know what I'm saying? A situation had happened or whatever when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want too much talk about that on the internet or whatever, but a situation happened. I had moved southbound with my OG. That's why I really jumped out the porch and made my name for myself on the south side on low end, 46th Street, you know what I'm saying?
So my recollection of Cabrini-Green is that in 2006, I was dating this girl that lived in Chicago, so I used to fly from New York out there all the time, and whenever I would be driving with her from the airport, she would point at Cabrini-Green off the highway or whatever and just be like, that is the most dangerous, worst part of Chicago that you would never want to go to in a million years.
Fuck Chicago,
is that
bro.
accurate?
Like, man, if you do your history and your research, man, if I'm not mistaken, Cabrini-Green is one of the worst project housings in America. Like,
right.
They label it one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? Like our buildings, like me going to grammar school or even from kindergarten on up, you know what I'm saying? I was witnessing motherfuckers getting sniped off buildings, all type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The police didn't have no control over the buildings. Like, really? They was making so much money back in them times and gang banging, and they had the shit all organized the right way. Police had no control on running in and shutting the buildings down. Like, they locking the ramps. Motherfuckers shooting off the ramps. They running from the police, running in this apartment, got holes in the wall to get the exit out of another apartment. It was just crazy, like coming up, like, you know what I'm saying? Cooley Howard shot in Cabrini-Green, Candy, man, you know what I'm saying? But like, if I know y'all probably familiar with the movie Hardball, you know what I'm saying? I played baseball when I was a kid, whatever, but really? You know what I'm saying? Hardball really supposed to have been in Cabrini-Green, but you know, we had the youth baseball teams and shit or whatever, so we were so bad. They were scared, the people that was filming were scared to come in the Cabrini-Green projects to shoot hardball, so they just took their talent out west somewhere. I don't know if there was a Rockwell project, somewhere, another project building out west. Mm-hmm. They were scared to come shoot the movie in our community or whatever, but like Cabrini-Green was like, I didn't witness so much shit coming up as a shorty, man. I believe like that's what just had me grow the excitement of the drill culture for real. You know, watching my big brothers and shit when I was a shorty, like right. I was already advanced as a youngin', like a puppy off the porch. I was advanced. I was going to school and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my older people. You know what I'm saying? The gang that I'm affiliated with. You know what I'm saying? They used to be telling me like, man, make sure you stay in school. So they wasn't really too much like forcing me into no gang or whatever. But it's just the excitement I had, seeing how they was moving, all the money they was getting when I was a shorty, man. Like that's the way I chose. You know what I'm saying? This shit stuck with me. So.
Damn. So did you find it exciting, or was it kind of scary to you as a kid? Obviously, you didn't really know any other way, right?
Like, you know,
that's just what life is.
I recall one situation of if I ain't mistaken, man, a man had accidentally killed one of the kids that was in the front of the building, one of the builders playing because they was in tour with another builder. You know what I'm saying? And he had ended up killing the child or whatever. So it was exciting, but at the same time, it was scary too. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I didn't get no fuck whatever was going on around me because it's like I wanted to see the shit. Like, but I don't know why the fuck I had a passion for that shit as a shorty. Like, all the crimes that was happening around me, like, it was just a normal lifestyle for me because this is, you know, I grew up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that back when we was living in the projects back then, like, motherfucker ain't have a pot to piss in. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
bad like that, huh?
Yeah, it was bad. Like, I remember being homeless. I remember going shelters, all that shit when I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? So like, be elevating me just like I'm just grateful for everything that I got going on now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of motherfuckers don't know my story. Like, You know what I'm saying? My family, my father, mother, she owned buildings all over there. So, you know what I'm saying? She always was financially stable, you know what I'm saying? But like on my mama's side, you know what I'm saying? Like if you stand in the projects, everybody know, you know what I'm saying? That's housing projects. Like, so just growing up, I didn't too much care about the crimes because everybody that was around me was dealing with the same situation. You get what I'm saying? So like, we all fitted in. I ain't feel like nobody was better than me or I was better than them. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all was the same. We all from the projects. We all know each other's situation. You know what I'm saying? So it was more fun than anything coming up. You know what I'm saying?
But you had your mom and your dad both around?
Yeah, I always had my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You said you played baseball. That's something I would never expect.
I don't know how to play basketball, football, none of that shit. It shocked a lot of people. Baseball always been my sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was infatuated with baseball, but like I told you, our whole community, everybody played baseball. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to championship games, get took. That's why I be trying, like now, you know what I'm saying, as we pushing this peace shit right now, you know what I'm saying? The shit that I had when we were shorties, that's what I've been trying to do to influence the youth now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and stop them from jumping off the porch. You know, I probably can't save nobody after 12 years old. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like the youth that I'm influencing and the people that look up to me, I try to show them a different way. Like I'm trying to put something together. Like my legal situation, I'm on house arrest or whatever. So my legal situation, before I had bonded out, then was my plans was like, man, get up with the community activists or the aldermen in my community, you know what I'm saying? And I was gonna put my bread behind buying a van and a baseball equipment and just show the aldermen and the government I'm trying to do something different with the community. And I was gonna train the youth myself because a lot of my guys that I grew up with know how to play baseball too. So I was gonna have them help me coaching the kids and shit. So I was gonna start from like 7 to 12 with the youth, the boys. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really think of too much for the females besides jump rope back then. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what the females did back then, but baseball, that sport, and Cabrini-Green, we was infatuated with baseball. Like. I played shortstop and third base, you know what I'm saying? A good-ass base, you know what I'm saying? Like, shortstop, you got to be ready. Like, usually a right-hand batter always hit towards shortstop or third base regardless, you know what I'm saying, when they hit the ball. So, like, it was a tight situation for me coming up. That's why I was infatuated with baseball because the ball basically almost came my way all the time coming up. So, like.
Growing up, baseball was huge when I was growing up. And then as I get older, it's like within hip hop and shit, you just don't hear about it. But one day I was playing poker on a live stream and I was playing against somebody who played for the Angels or some shit. And people were DMing me like crazy. Like, and I didn't realize that baseball is like bigger than football and basketball still, right?
Just they got more
the
games.
most highest paid sport, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah,
it's the most highest paid sport.
That's wild.
For sure. And it looked boring to people like by us growing up, we was so addicted to it, like it was fun to us, you know what I'm saying?
And you was playing baseball in Cabrini-Green, that's what you said.
Yeah.
I need everybody to check out NoJumper.com. We officially started a blog. It has in-depth articles about current events, music, etc., plus all of our content in terms of podcasts, interviews, etc. And you can get some exclusive new merch if you check out NoJumper.com. So make sure you tap in.